Hey folks, welcome back. Time-12 is out, which is basically the update to Time-1, which I showed you in an earlier video. It's kind of a time shaper or delay buffer shaper. I don't know how you want to call it. The big feature with Time-12 is now that it's available on all systems or all platforms, Windows, Mac OS and Linux. It's still free, it's still open source, and it still works nicely. There's also a new feature in there called sequencer, which you can open up here with this button. And there's also some additional features. Maybe you have to read here the GitHub page to get all the new stuff, all new features here. Also some shortcuts there and some build instructions if you want to build it on your Linux system. Also, Gate 12, which I also showed you in a recent video, has also a new update. We have also now here this sequencer in there, so make sure you re-download Gate 12 if you haven't so in the last few days. So let's focus here on Time-12, and maybe I want to create here, let's say, a sound first, a polymer, and I want to use here my randomly created waveforms, because some people in the comments said, oh well, it's actually nice that you can randomly generate waveforms inside of Zero, but what do you actually do with this? And you can create nice pet sounds with this. We have 16 voices unison here, fat, spread phase, brings the 0, use a random modulator. We want to randomize the table index, of course. And let's see. And we want to remove maybe here the fundamental frequency. We want to replace this with a sine. Open up the filter here, slowly, slow attack, slow release. And then we put the reverb there, supermassive, yes. And maybe we just paint in here, I don't know, some kind of a drone, maybe a bit longer, maybe like this. Or maybe we record something with the keyboard, it's probably better. Nothing special, just some few notes. And then we just let this loop here. Okay, so with this we can then add here maybe Time-12 on that. And I want to use here a completely empty page, so page 4. You can see here it fills up the buffer in the background. And then we can change the playback speed with this, or the delay time here. And I prefer actually to use the sequencer, and I want to use this mode here, which changes the end node of this. We can say we want to pitch it down to halftime here. I think if you stick to the grid, you're always painting in -1 octave, -2 octaves, or 2 octaves up, 1 octave up, and so on. So maybe let's go here. I think this should be no playback speed at all. Yeah, it's basically silence. And this should be even slower. Yeah. So let's go there, maybe go a bit further down and then up. Then we can apply, hit apply here. We can also create something else here with a new sequencer maybe. Or is this 4, 5? we can use the sequencer from before. We can also change the attack time of the delayed changes, and we can randomize this. So here with the, or let's actually go for flip first. So we can flip around here all these shapes. You can also hit randomize. We can also change the minimum value here, which is the lowest point, or the maximum value, which is the most, yeah, the maximum value basically. We can change the attack time here with the sequencer. We can change the release time, the tension. We can also randomize this. We can also hit randomize all, which gets pretty crazy. Maybe grid 16. You can change also the range in which you want to randomize. You can also use the paint mode, where we have a lot of brushes here to choose from. You can also define our own brushes here. Maybe let's reset this here. So we can go to the brushes and we can define our own brushes by hitting edit here. And then we paint something in. Maybe halftime here. And then we have a new brush here. And this brush is saved in a config file, which means you can access this in all instances. And every time you load up this Time-12, you have this brush in there. So it's kind of like a preset. And then you have to hit apply to actually make this the real curve. And then you can switch between different pitch settings here. We can also use now here the audio trigger. So you can receive here something from the drums, or yeah, from a different audio channel. And then you hit analyze this here with the threshold, and you can extract basically here triggers from the signal. And you can't use the same audio signal, but you can also use the sidechain signal by using here the sidechain input right from Bitwig. Then you get the signal in here, and then you extract triggers, and then you can re-trigger this whole curve. And it gives you some glitchy results. Kinda nice. Yeah, and then you maybe use a chain, and I use a chain here for a reason. You have inside of this Time-12, you have a mix knob here to mix in the dry signal. But here I want to add a delay of Bitwig after this Time-12, and then I want to use a mix. I have to find the right pitch. This is better. So this is Time-12. We also can use gate 12 here again. So the same thing. We have here the sequencer. Can change the attack time. You can also now change the attack time for different parts of the sequence. Can also flip it. A bit slower. Then apply. Then we put this also into the chain here in front of the time-12. So with this you can create, even for ambient, you can create nice interesting textures on top of the pad sound or out of the pad sound or out of the drone sound without using additional synthesizers. Here at the end you can maybe use a time-12 to pitch it down 1 octave, something like this. It's half time basically. 4 bars long. So this is the buffer size, basically 4 bars. And then mix it in with the dry signal. So we have the dry signal and the dry signal pitched 1 octave lower. That's a bit maybe too quiet. Another reverb. At the end, use another gate 12. Yeah, you can bring in a sense of rhythm here with this volume shaping thing then. I'm sure you have a lot of ideas for this. It's not only useful for ambient, of course. You can put it on drums, on anything, basically rave leads, whatever. I don't care. I want to show you this. I think it's a dope plugin. Link is in the description below if you want to use it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscription. Also make a donation to the creator. It's always helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.